Hi guys, welcome to our channel. In this session, I will explain you about basic concept of Kafka. So what is Kafka and how we can use it and what is the required component? We'll discuss each and everything in detail, just like why Apache Kafka is required, importance of Java Kafka, its history and different other components I will explain you in this session. So for complete understanding, please be available from start to end of this tutorial. At the end, I will provide you some bonus tips. So if you are new to this channel, consider subscribing and pressing bell icon for latest updates. Here we begin with the actual content of Kafka server. So what is Kafka? Is the first question whenever we are hearing any words on that. So Apache Kafka is a distributed, published, subscribed messaging system and a robust queue that can handle a high volume of data and enable us to pass messages from one point to another. It means it is a message transmission or data transmission server which we are using on real time from one end to other end. Apache Kafka was originated at Lambda and later became an open source Apache project in 2011. Then first class Apache project in 2012. Kafka is written in Scala and Java, two major components or programming language you can see that is built by Kafka. So Apache Kafka is a published, subscribe based, fault tolerant messaging system. Whenever it requires to enabling communication between producers and consumers using message-based topics, Kafka will play a very important role. Apache Kafka is a fast, scalable, fault-tolerant, published, subscribed messaging system. Basically, it designs a platform for high-end, new generation distributed applications. Also, it allows a large number of permanent or ad hoc consumers. Kafka is suitable for both offline and online messaging consumptions. Kafka messages are persisted on the disk and replicated within the cluster to prevent data loss. Kafka is built on top of the Zookeeper synchronization service. It integrates very well with Apache Storm and Spark for real-time streaming data analysis. So, one of the best features of Kafka is it is highly available and resilient to node failures and supports automatic recovery, which can see our lost data or lost messages. This feature makes Apache Kafka ideal for communication and integration between components of large-scale data system in real-world data systems. Kafka designed for distributed high throughput system, Kafka tends to work very well as a replacement for a more traditional message broker. So let us understand the benefits of Kafka. So first benefit you can see that reliability. So how it is reliable in terms of our data. So Kafka is distributed, partitioned, replicated and fault tolerant system. Second is scalability. Kafka messaging system scales easily without downtime. Third is durability. So Kafka uses distributed commit log, which means messages persist on disk as fast as possible. Hence, it is durable. What about the performance of the Kafka? Then Kafka has high throughput for both publishing and subscribing messages. It maintains stable performance even many TB of messages are stored. Kafka is very fast and guarantees zero downtime and zero data loss. So what is messaging system in Kafka? So a messaging system is used for transmitting data from one application to other so that application can focus on data but not worry about how to share it. Distributed messaging is based on the concept of reliable message queuing, which is required at the time of data transmission. Messages are queued asynchronously between client applications and messaging systems. Two types of messaging patterns are available. One is point-to-point and second is publish-subscribe, that is pub-sub messaging system. Most of the messaging patterns follow pub-sub because of its advanced in nature. So you can see here, by seeing the images you can understand. So point-to-point messaging system is sending to the DB and that will consumes the data. Particular message can be consumed by maximum number of consumer only, even if one or more consumers can consume the messages in the queue. Also, it makes sure that as soon as consumer reads the messages in the queue, it disappears from that queue. So it will be no more available once it is read by the consumer. Second is publish-subscribe messaging system. Here messages are persisted in a topic. In this system, Kafka's consumers can subscribe to one or more topic and consume all the messages in that topic. Moreover, message producers refer publishers and message consumers are subscribers here. So as you can see here in the images, so one is sender and multiple users can use that messages. Why to use Kafka cluster? So there are numerous benefits of Apache Kafka, such as tracking web activities by storing and sending the events for real-time processes, altering and reporting the operational metrics, transforming data into the standard format, continuous processing of streaming data to the topics. Next is, therefore, this technology is giving through competition to some of the most popular applications like ActiveMQ. Then the next one is RabbitMQ, AWS, that is Amazon Web Services, and because of it's widely used and globally accepted. Kafka is unified platform for handling all the real-time issues and diverse in nature for the consumer perspective. Kafka is very fast, performs 2 million writes per second, and Kafka persists all the data to the disk, which essentially means that all the writes go to the page cache of the OS. Then this makes it very efficient to transfer data from one cache to a network socket. So this is all about the Kafka in detail, or you can say that introduction of the Kafka. So let's recap this. We have discussed what is Kafka in the initial, then we have discussed about their benefits like reliability, stability, then durability, and fourth is performance. Then what is messaging system? We have discussed in detail. So it will contain two types of messaging protocol. One is point to point and second is pub-sub, that is publish subscribe. Then we have discussed the messaging system in detail with the diagram and why to use Kafka cluster. There is a more or major four component, that is tracking, altering, transforming, continuous processing is the main four component which is used, and that is certified that Kafka is very much suitable for transmission. So this is all about Kafka. Hope you understand it. If you have any queries or comment, please comment in the comment section so that I will check and revert with the resolution. And most important part, don't forget to like and subscribe the channel for the latest update. Thank you.